The theme parks are open, thousands of people going there every day, no social distancing measures, very relaxed enforcement of the face coverings, but cruise ships, they're the problem. It is Monday, December 27th, 2021, and guess what? We have Corona. Okay, before I get into the nitty-gritty, and let me tell you, this is not clickbait, it is really happening, but there may be some of you who haven't been over here in a while and got this video pushed into your feed. A couple things. I am an author now. I wrote a book. It's called Getting Stitches on a Cruise Ship. It is a bestseller. I'm thrilled by that. I still can't believe it. At the moment, it's available for Kindle download. Check out the links in the description below. It tells you a little bit about my previous life as a professional performer, transitioning to become a full-time YouTuber. There's 10 stories in the book. Some of them you have heard already, some of them you have never heard before, and I'm really happy that it's going like it's going. Also, I just uploaded a video to my second channel, which is youtube.com/GutenMorgen, testing another weird thing that Facebook advertised for me. Check that out in the links below as well. And now, on to the video. Let me give you a little timeline of the way things have unfolded here, and then you'll have all the information that you'll need to know what's going on. We were in Florida for a big chunk of December. We arrived on the 5th and we left on the 20th. We spent a lot of time together, and we spent a lot of time getting together with other people, friends, family members, Tony from La Lido Loca. Hi, Tony. And also getting together with thousands and thousands of people in the theme parks, like Universal, like Disney, like Legoland, like Busch Gardens. Like I said, we left Florida then, or we got home here to Germany on the 21st, which is last week, Tuesday. Directly on that day, like on the evening of that return day, one of the people that we had gotten together with the week prior got in touch to say, "Ooh, I'm feeling kind of crappy, just so you know." Of course, I felt bad because, you know, you don't want people you know to feel crappy, but at that moment, it was just, I'm feeling crappy. Fast forward to Thursday. Thursday, we got the message from this particular individual that they are still feeling crappy, that they have a fever, that they have cold-like symptoms, and that they tested positive for Corona. So on that day, Marcus actually also had his booster appointment to get boosted. We both did at-home tests that morning, and they came back negative, so we thought, okay, everything's cool with us for now. We're both feeling fine. We have no symptoms. We're just gonna not worry about it. However, I decided to stay home starting that day. Marcus went and did his booster appointment, and we also decided, okay, for the next few days, let's just stay home and see what happens. We'll kind of do like a self-quarantine for ourselves. Then, late Thursday night, early Friday, going into Friday afternoon, Marcus started to get kind of sniffly, sneezy, coughy, sore throaty. Of course, all these things can also happen when you get boosted. They are, what's the word in English? Side effects. In Germany, it's
Nebenwirkungen.
Say it with me. Nebenwirkungen. So like I said, the person that we met up with, it's not Tony, by the way, in case anybody's speculating about it. That person tested positive on Thursday. Marcus got boosted on Thursday, and starting Friday, Marcus started to feel crappy. So we, on Sunday, after Christmas, we both went to a test center to get tested. My test came back negative. Marcus' test positive. Can you hear him coughing right now? And when you test positive in Germany, this like sets a whole bunch of things in motion. It's reported to the, like the health center. Technically, the health center is supposed to get in touch with you. They haven't yet. I'm still feeling totally fine. I still have no symptoms. I will be going to get tested again today. Here's some of the things that make the situation at the moment kind of complicated. According to the information on the Germany Health Organization's website, there's a couple things you're supposed to do when you test positive through a home test or through a test center. One of them is, of course, start quarantining from that moment. We have been doing that. The other thing is you're supposed to get in touch with your GP, your doctor, to let them know, and they can advise you then, on what should happen next. Problem is, my doctor is on vacation over the holiday season, and Marcus got in touch with his doctor. His doctor was like, you need to call this number. They will advise you, and whatever you do, I don't want to see you. I don't want you here. I don't want anybody else to get corona from you. So Marcus called the corona hotline that you're supposed to call in this situation, was on hold for a very long time this morning, finally got to talk to somebody, and that person basically said, well, if you've got corona,
go to the hospital.
Marcus said, well, I'm not really sick. I just have cold-like symptoms. I don't have a fever. Everything else is fine. I just would like to get tested again, because at the moment in Germany, the tests you can do at home are relatively inexpensive to buy at the drugstore, and you can go to the test centers to get a free test. But the free tests are just antigen tests. Is that how you say it in English? And the PCR tests, which are the really sensitive ones, those cost money. And some of these test centers are charging like 80, 90, 120 euros to do a PCR test. Technically, if you have tested positive, or if you, in the Corona app that we have here in Germany, if you have like a red warning, you can use that to get a free PCR test, but only certain centers do it, and in order to get an appointment at those centers, you have to call this hotline, and we've been calling the hotline all morning, and you're just on hold forever. So that's kind of the situation that we're at right now. If we didn't know that somebody that we got together with last week tested positive in the States right now, I think Marcus probably would have just assumed, okay, the sneezing and sniffling and sore throat I have are the side effects of getting boosted, but because we know that we came in contact with somebody who tested positive, then, it kind of puts you in a different mindset. Of course, I'm very happy that it doesn't look like Marcus is going to, have a really difficult situation. It doesn't look like he's going to get any sicker than he is right now. The person that we know back in the States seems to also be doing okay, and I feel fine. So, maybe it is just from the booster, and maybe it's a false positive test. We know that those can happen as well. One thing that really frustrates me about this is when I see the problems that the cruise industry is having right now because people are testing positive on the ships, 10 people on this ship, 25 people on this ship, 50 people on this ship. I think, okay, if you tested all the people that are going to these theme parks in Florida, most of them in certain parks not wearing a mask, and absolutely no social distancing happening, none whatsoever, I think it's really frustrating for these two industries. I had a good time going to the parks in Florida. I'm glad I got that opportunity. I'm also glad that I got to meet with the people that I met with, and also visit my family as well, and make all of those memories. That was great, but it's totally unfair the way the cruise industry is being treated. When you see, we were in Universal Studios waiting in these small rooms packed with hundreds of people, and maybe like 20% were even covering their nose and mouth with some kind of face covering. And like I said, there was no social distancing, not once in any of the parks that we went to. And we visited Busch Gardens, Legoland, Animal Kingdom, Universal Studios, Islands of Adventure, and Disney Hollywood Studios. Not one single time did I see anybody cleaning any kind of surface. What I mean is, when we went to Phantasialand last summer, which is a big theme park here in Germany, like every second or third ride that we went on, we had to wait because they were wiping down the lap bars, wiping down the gates, wiping down the like turnstiles and stuff like that. We were constantly aware of them cleaning surfaces as well, and I did not one single time see that happening at the theme parks. But the theme parks are open, thousands of people going there every day, no social distancing measures, very relaxed enforcement of the face coverings, but cruise ships, they're the problem. It doesn't make sense. I wish my voice was even louder for the cruise industry to help, get the message out there. So I just wanted to inform you of that. Both Marcus and I are just going to a test center this afternoon to get a normal PCR test that it looks like we're going to be paying for, because we can't, the support we need to get the free test is unavailable. I mean, today is basically the first day that everybody goes back to work after all the holiday madness is over, so I understand that things are kind of overwhelmed at the moment. But we are going to get tested again this afternoon, and it'll be interesting if Marcus is now all of a sudden negative again. It'll be interesting also if I'm positive. Marcus and I have been together like 3 weeks every day now. It's hard work, especially with a limited amount of sleep, because neither of us slept very well the past few nights, especially last night. There was a lot of sneezing, a lot of coughing, a lot of clearing the throat. I decided around 3:30 in the morning to grab my blankets and come out to the couch. And whenever I do that, the cat's always like, "Are you up? Are we playing? We're playing now, right? We're playing. Yay, we're playing!" So that's a whole thing too. I'm running on like maybe 2.5 hours of sleep and a lot of interrupted sleep cycles, which makes it even worse sometimes. But I wanted to sit down here and give you the information, sound off a little bit about the way the cruise industry is being treated in relation to the theme park industry. And I mean, if we do have corona, if this person we visited last week and Marcus do have corona, it almost certainly has to be from spending time in these theme parks. That's my opinion. I hope you are still healthy. I hope you're happy. I will keep you updated on this situation. We have canceled our plans for New Year's already, so we're gonna be here. I'll have time to make more videos for you. Let me know in the comments below if there's a special topic you would like for me to discuss. The things I have coming up in the pipeline anyways are like a Disney fan's guide to Legoland, comparing the theme park food from all the parks we visited, talking about the prices, the portion size, and the flavor. Turned out to be really interesting, and there were some surprises for me as well. Another project that's sort of a long-term project I've been working on for a while is to share with you this sailing adventure I did this past fall on the yacht, on the sailing yacht, going from Piraeus outside of Athens all the way down to the island of Naxos in Greece. That's a whole project I've been working on. I'm trying to make it into one big film. I'm realizing more and more that that might not be the best idea for this body of work, but you'll see. Also, I'm gonna sit down here in front of the red couch or red sofa, and do you call it a couch or a sofa? I'm gonna sit down here and tell you a huge comparison between what it's like to stay on property at like one of the official Disney resorts or official Universal resorts versus what it's like to stay in a beautiful house like we stayed in while we were in Florida. That house tour is also online if you want to check that out. It's also in my library. Oh, look at this. Have you seen that yet? I'm baking bread this morning, so I'm using the time wisely, and there's a piece of dough stuck to my hand. Bread. All right, I don't know what else to say. I'm wrapping this up. Have a good day, and I will see you soon with an update on this whole situation. Bye-bye.